Next up is Greenbean Recycle.
I'll shameless clap for myself.
Oh, yeah, you're perfect.
Tell us when we get to start.
Yeah, go ahead.
No? Hi guys, I'm Christina. I'm the marketing manager for GB Recycle. And today I'm going to tell you about a problem. Next slide, please. So there's over 8 million tons of recyclable bottles and cans that are thrown in the landfills every year. That means that there's $3.5 billion literally thrown in the trash. Our solution? So we're a software technology company that actually increases recycling rates by incorporating real-time analytics, gaming, and social media into our recycling machine and website process. We have 3 of those recycling machines. Because we initially target colleges and universities, we have them at MIT, Tufts, and Brandeis just came online last week. So you actually input your glass bottles that many of you are drinking right now, plastic bottles and aluminum cans right in here, and we'll give you a real-time feedback of how many kilowatt hours of energy you saved, how many containers you have personally diverted from the landfills, and then we can give you a 5 cents refund, put directly into PayPal, your student ID cash, or you can donate to a charity.
Hi guys, I'm Adam Mustafa. I'm the lead engineer on the team, and I'm going to tell you about the goals and technology of Greenbean Recycle. Greenbean Recycle really focuses on 2 pillars: enabling the benefits of recycling and allowing the mundane act of recycling to be fun. So these machines are pre-built. They were, before Greenbean, the state-of-the-art of recycling. As she said, they sorted and crushed the containers, allowing for a better recycling process. What we do is we take these pre-existing machines, add the touchscreen to it, and connect them to our servers so that when you recycle, you log into the machine and all your data gets put to the server. Now, how does this enable the benefits of recycling? Well, 1, you get your 5 cents back to your account, as Christina mentioned. 2, you get to see your data. But if I tell you, for example, hey, you saved 10 kilowatt hours. Exactly, but if I tell you you saved enough energy to power your laptop for 5 days, it means something more to you. Recycling becomes a thing you're actually making an impact. So we do that with Greenbean Recycle servers because there's a government agency that puts out these numbers, and using your recycling behavior, we show you that. The second thing we're trying to do is affect behavior. Through common gamification techniques, we're working on making recycling fun. We add challenges to the system. We add teams and cooperation, the social layer. All these things we hope to increase and make recycling fun. So let's go through a little bit of a demo to show you what the experience is like with Greenbean Recycle. You walk up to a machine and you're greeted with a head shadow out of the way. It would say touch anywhere to start. You touch the screen, it's a touch screen, and you enter in your phone number as your PIN. That is all to use. It's just an easy way for you to remember how to enter it. How to enter in. Your phone number, and you start recycling. You can see your glass, plastic, and aluminum, your energy savings, how many containers you recycled, and how much energy you've saved. You log out and automatically push to the server. Continue. Now here's a little bit of a video, well, not a little bit, an actual video of the process happening. You may recognize the person in the video. So he goes in, puts in her phone number, puts in the containers, and that's it. Put in another container, and you add more to your data, add more money to your account. The machine internally is pretty smart. It scans the UPC and is able to separate the containers of materials into different areas. Over here, you can accumulate your 5 cents as opposed to going one time and getting 35 cents back. You can wait until you get $10. Or you can withdraw it to your PayPal, student ID, or a charity of your choice. And we have a number of those. You can see this person, her, has recycled enough containers to power a 36-inch television for 700 hours. That means something. Even engineers don't know what 100 kilowatt hours are. Trust me, I am one. I don't know what it means. But 36 hours, 700 hours means something. Friends, you can see what your friends do and compare yourselves to those friends. Yeah, so we're hoping that the social aspects will also encourage people to recycle, because your friends recycle, you recycle, you can post it on Facebook, so that even people who aren't part of GB Recycle can entertain themselves with the thing. And your community. You can also see the data from your community, teams. You can see it by container type, plastic, glass, aluminum, by weight, energy savings total, whether it's your college, your team, or just the individual users in your community.
You can go next. So how do we actually make money? So we get a one-time license fee because we actually sell those machines to colleges and universities. And then we get an annual service fee. And then we also get all the handling fees as redemption center. Our secondary revenue models are from ad revenue and data. So initial target market is colleges and universities. We give the highest quality recycled materials to beverage manufacturers. We're very valuable to them. And we can show a beverage manufacturer in real time and by geographic location whenever one of their containers is actually recycled. In today's day and age, instant information gives instant gratification. Nobody's done that for recycling, but Greenbean is. Thank you. Questions? Yep.
Very lost here. Like like I love the idea. I think it's good, but I can't help but think that it's like a lot of tech put into what could just be like a green or one of those blue cans.
Blue bins?
Yeah, those bins. And like it seemed like you spent a lot of time up there with your phone number doing all that for 5 cents. So like, I mean, I went to MIT as well as to see that. You went to MIT, like we don't have time. 5 cents. Our time is worth a lot more than 5 cents.
There's 700 users that we currently have at MIT, including the fraternities. As a matter of fact, one of our biggest clients has recycled over 8,000 containers and has donated hundreds of dollars to their charity. And once you spend those, like, not even a minute actually registering, then you just go up there and put your phone number in, and then you're done.
And on top of, additionally above that, entering your phone number in is about a 10-second process if you're really slow. Putting in a container is about a 3-second process on this churn. So presumably people recycle not just for the 5 cents back. They recycle because they should be recycling. And the fact that you can accumulate money on Greenbean as opposed to getting 35 cents back, you can have a habit of, oh, I drink my container every day, and once a week I go to the machine and I put it in. Over a month, I'll make $20. You're not going to get rich off of it, but there are some famous figures who have survived on it, like Steve Jobs. When he wasn't Steve Jobs, he recycled containers to keep himself afloat. So it's not a...
There's a lot more to it as well. I mean, like, there's gamification aspect to it. I mean, like, you get to compete and actually win different prizes. We also have challenges that are timed, and the top recyclers get gift cards from local merchants. There's a lot of incentives that we're actually trying to introduce, so it will actually be worth your time to do it.
So this is really like bottle redemption, where other people go in the supermarket and put them in and get
Exactly.
them back.
We're the first virtual redemption center.
So this really only works in those states that have those bottle redemption laws, right?
With gamification, we can apply it almost anywhere. Introducing virtual currency can actually give points that will easily be redeemed for prizes, and that can...
Yeah, but without that nickel, it changes your economics a bit, doesn't it?
It does and it doesn't. So right now we're also working on a model to provide that 5-cent refund in non-bottle states. Because, as mentioned a couple of times, the material is worth a lot, and it's also worth a lot more coming from our machines. So being able to levy that and give something back to the user, whether it comes from ad revenue, our machines are huge, it's like a 6-foot billboard right where you're walking in, whether it's the touch screen where people have to interact, we can provide some value back to the user and possibly turn non-bottleable states into specifically Greenbean bottleable states.
Yep.
You said it links up with the student card if you want to get cash back.
Yep.
Yeah.
How does that link up?
There
Do
are
you swipe it or?
there are APIs in
You
the
do it
colleges.
So online you say, all right, PayPal, just put your student, whatever, your email that's associated with it.
Pre-register, or you can do it on the machine?
You can register on the machine, but in order to withdraw money, you actually have to do it on the website.
Any store transactions.
How many machines do you have?
3 currently. We just went to Brandeis last week, and we have a bunch more in the making. So by the beginning of the actual next fall semester, we're hoping to have quite a bit more
So
around
every
here.
time you put in a container, it goes and touches the server and all that, right?
Yep.
So, my question is, this is very manpower intensive, right?
We don't
Because,
actually take care of it whatsoever. It's the facilities in the university.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask, like, that 5 cents isn't always paid, like vending doesn't pay the 5 cents. I thought you actually had to sell the product to actually give back the 5 cents.
Nope, that's redemption centers in general. So those machines have actually, they do exist in supermarkets, but they only actually accept the beverages that are sold within those supermarkets.
Right.
And they also give you the paper receipt, which binds you to an actual register. Because we have totally completely eliminated the paper receipt process, and we actually accept everything, including beer bottles and non-deposit items, we can be placed anywhere.
I think also to your question, it does bind it to what's sold in the store, but only because the store will only allow that, right? The manufacturer will only grant permission if they sell it in the store. Whereas as a redemption center, you can accept anything and they're obligated to, but they can choose whether or not to give that money depending on where the machines are placed. But we overcome that since we are a redemption center or not a vendor.
What are you giving for non-deposit bottles?
We don't, but they can actually win some of the challenges. Right now, they're actually based on the volume that you recycle. So every single bottle or can that you recycle can get you a prize.
On the back?
So only certain states have the deposit on the bottles?
The bottle states,
So
yeah.
are you limiting yourself to just the states that have that, like California and Massachusetts?
We kind of just already
Uh,
talked about it
well,
briefly, but
Our initial market is actually just the Massachusetts area. Since we are doing colleges and Boston is so rich in it, we're trying to stay here to perfect the system, but we are working towards a non-bottlable state model.
All right, I'm gonna cut you off there in the interest of time. Thank you very much for being here.